Hi guys, welcome back to Origami Twist. Today's video is an attached lid bracelet box. This is a viewer request. I do have two other types of bracelet boxes, or boxes that are appropriately sized for bracelets, and those will be linked in the description box below as well as at the end of this video, so you can check those out if you haven't already. And let's see, let's start with measurements. I'm going to be giving you both inches and centimeter measurements, just keeping in mind that the centimeter one is going to be a slightly different size than the inches one, just for easy measurements, because it is falling in the middle of millimeters and that sort of thing. It's messy if I convert it directly, so it's going to be a slightly different size in the centimeters, but very easy to do either way. All right, so you are going to need a piece of cardstock that is 6 inches long by 5 1/4 inches deep. And if you're doing this in centimeters, you're looking at a 15 centimeter by 14 centimeter measurement. You're now going to pull out your scoring blade and ruler, or a scoreboard, or a cutter with a scoring blade in it, as I have, or a scoreboard would work just as well. You're going to score at the 3/4 inch mark, or if you're using centimeters, you're looking at the 2 centimeter mark. The next measurement that you're going to score at is 2 1/4 inches, or if you're looking at centimeters, it's 6 centimeters. Again, slightly different sizes, so if you're comparing the two, they will look different. The next measurement is 3 inches or 8 centimeters. And the next measurement is 4 1/2 inches, or if you're looking at centimeters, it is 12 centimeters is where you're going to score. You're now going to turn your paper 90 degrees so that the horizontal line is the 6 inch or 15 inch length of your paper. That's very important because you'll find that your box won't be quite the right shape if you have that measurement reversed. You're now going to score at the 3/4 inch mark, or in the case of the centimeters, it's 2 centimeters. Then you're going to flip your paper 180 degrees, measure in 3/4 of an inch and score there, and again at 2 centimeters if you're not using inches. We're almost finished. This is a very straightforward box. It's a good one if you have made yourself a bracelet of some sort, if you're a beader or that sort of thing, and you want to display it in a really neat way for a gift. This is the perfect box for you. Now we're going to take my pair of scissors, and these are going to become tabs. We're just going to cut into the intersection at each point along the side that has the multiple tabs. And by that I mean you've got 3 little squares here and only 2 here. See that? So we're not cutting this way, we're cutting this way. And turn your paper 180 degrees, and again, same thing, cutting in to the intersection at each one of those. Now, if you've seen my box things before, you'll know that I like to cut a little tiny triangle out of my tabs. It just makes a neater, I feel it makes a neater box, and gives you, neater edges. Now for this one, it's the little squares that we're going to be cutting out of. The larger rectangles here, larger rectangle tabs, are going to be on the outside, so you do not want to cut anything out of those. You're only cutting out of the little squares, and don't cut out of the outside because that is going to need to line up with this one nice and square, so you don't want a triangle out of that one. So I'm cutting in here, and here, and in here, okay? And turning it around, same thing. Cutting in here, here, and here, and one more here. And through the magic of television, I'm going to go add some double-sided adhesive to my tabs. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one are all going to magically have adhesive on them in a moment. All right, now that I've put on some adhesive, let's fold along all of these score lines. So everywhere I've drawn a line is going to end up with a fold. And remembering that you're not actually going to mark those lines there with a marker because you'll be able to see yours at your house. So the only reason I've put lines there is so you can see where my guide marks are. And there we go. And now if you don't have double-sided adhesive at home, plain old white glue will work just fine, or any other paper adhesive that you like. Now we're going to start with the bottom of the box, and we're going to line these up nice and neatly and adhere the first two tabs, with the tabs going on the inside of the box to make it look a bit neater. And then we're going to come in with these two tabs here in the middle, and same kind of thing, you're going to attach them. Remembering that if you're using liquid glue and not a double-sided adhesive, you will probably have to hold it for a minute to get it to stay. And there's your bottom. Now we're just going to do the lid, and that is the same as the bottom with the first tabs, is you just fold them in, line them up, fold it in, line it up. And I find that, so there's the lid. Now I find that if I cut a little triangle out of this lid here, here, and here, it just gives a neater appearance to the outside of the box. So I'm going to do that now. You don't have to, but it does makes those little edges not stick out quite so much. And then you're going to just fold that down over the top, sort of like a pizza box. And you've completed your box. If you want to take a little corner rounder punch and put a little tab there so that it's easier to open the box, you certainly can. But other than that, that is the whole thing. And there it is without the, without the lines drawn on it. I hope you enjoyed that. If you'd like to try the other boxes that I've created for bracelets, I'll put those at the end of the video as I mentioned. Please subscribe if you love this sort of three-dimensional paper crafting. And I hope you guys have a great day.